Nick! See this? I made it just in time. I'm going to send it in right away. Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. We just received a visit from Gina and Dia. Gina has finished the dress and Dia modeled it very nicely. And they are going to send it in and hopefully the dress will win at the dress competition. Now all we really need to do is wait to hear back from Gina and that event path will be over. I think it's going to be a nice day out tomorrow, so I should leave my chickens out and my other animals, and I'll just talk a little bit about a few things. Now, if I look at the date, it is the 21st of fall, and if I recall, the last time I recorded was the 27th of summer. Maybe a little bit later than that, maybe it was beginning of fall, I don't quite remember, but either way, it was a long time ago. And there is really no excuse as to why that event took so long. I was having such difficulties getting it to trigger, and I was having a bit of a panic attack. Not really panic attack, that's exaggerating, but I was getting really worried about whether I was going to be able to see that event or not. Because it's supposed to happen like this, where you diffuse the situation at the villa between Gina, Dia, Katie, Martha, after Dia decides to help model the dress and whatnot. Gina is supposed to come to your house only a few days after that event to show you the dress, send it off to the city, and then a little while after that, a week or 2 weeks from that point, you're supposed to get the ending of the event path. So really, what should have happened was we should have been done the game by now. But for whatever reason, I just couldn't get Gina to come to the house at all. And I just really can't figure out why. I'm still having difficulties kind of figuring out why that was. And I looked online on several different guides just to make sure that the one I was following was correct, making sure that I hadn't missed a step or there was something else that I had missed, and really I hadn't. I've been following the event path to a T. We've seen all the events so far. The only possible thing that I can think of is perhaps that Gina's friendship wasn't high enough. And maybe what I should have been doing is, during that 2 or 3 week period that the goddess was making the material for us, maybe what I should have been doing was going and befriending Dia and Gina and Katie. But I guess I figured that because I had been befriending them for such a long time and we had made such good progress on the event path, I didn't really need to do that. So if anyone has troubles with that event path, or if you maybe know why I may have been having an issue, please let me know, because it's been extremely frustrating for me. The amount of time that I've had to play just in order to record a couple videos for you guys has been really long. I've had to put a lot of just extra gameplay into this, and so I think after we complete the event path, I'll probably be done with this playthrough, just because the game is starting to get a little bit stale and a little bit frustrating. I do hope to work on a few endings, and I'll probably still do a couple of more videos to show off a couple of things. But for the most part, I think I really did a good job of showing off everything, the only exception at this point being cooking and, of course, some of the alternate endings. But the only problem is that there are a few more endings for us to show, but I just feel like there's not enough gameplay in between for me to keep making episodes like I've been doing. So anyways, that's my rant. That's the end of that. I'm just happy that we got to see that, and we still have a couple of days left in fall So hopefully we will be able to actually finish this up before winter. And I'm just doing this to kill a little bit of time, just going ahead and mining a few things. I went ahead and I sold another cow. I sold Bessie. I was a little bit reluctant because, of course, she was my first cow, but I figured that I wanted to keep Spot and Milk together because they are mother and baby. And so I thought that would be a good idea. I still have the 2 chickens, I still have the horse, and I still have my dog, so just made a little bit of a minor adjustment to the farm because, again, like I have mentioned, I just have a real overabundance of items, milk and eggs and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on the horse and go to town. And I'm gonna go and try and forage a few things. And I don't actually remember if I got a chance to speak about it the last playthrough that we did, because I think that we had finished the game off so early on in the fall that I didn't really get to talk about the different items that you could forage when the fall season comes. I may have, but if I did, I don't remember. I recently did some foraging though, so I may not be able to actually go and pick up any of the items. There's only 2 new items. The 2 items being mushrooms and what are called full moon berries. Now, the full moon berries are quite rare. You only get 1 at a time, and as far as I know, they only grow behind the cafe. That's a really terrible camera angle. It's kind of hard for me to actually get the camera right up behind here. But if you search around, there is like a big orange berry. I think I have one in my inventory. It looks like this. It kind of looks like a big golden egg. And that berry is a really good gift for a couple of different people, including Gina, Katie, and Dia. And because they're rare, I'm also trying to hold on to a few of them in case I need them for anything in the future. The flowers have now gone. I do believe you can still get the pink flowers, but you can't get the toy flowers that we were getting in spring and summer. And mushrooms grow everywhere. Mushrooms grow here, I think, at the lake. Over near where blueberries used to grow. They grow at the Goddess Pond. They grow at the Carpenters. And I also believe that they grow at the Villa. And mushrooms can be used in cooking, and the Harvest Sprites love mushrooms. It's their favorite gift. All 3 of them, in fact. So I have a ready supply of that in my refrigerator. And it's already dark, I guess because I spent so much time talking about the event path and my issues and whatnot that I didn't really notice how much time was going by. So I guess I'll just go back to the farm now. I didn't actually look at the weather before I started the episode. I am really hoping that it's going to be sunny tomorrow because I do not want to have to put the animals back in. But I'll go take a look. Let's see here. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day. I think... actually, we're in the rainy season, so that's why I was a little bit concerned, but it's not really reliable. I mean, the calendar just kind of has a rough estimation, but when worst comes to worst, we might have a couple of days of rain, and then at the end of the season, it'll be nice and sunny, and that'll be good, because that will allow me to have a better chance of seeing the final event in the event path, and eventually finishing up the game. So I guess I'll just put a couple of things in my fridge. As you can see here, like I said, large abundance of mushrooms. The cows have been really good about giving me golden milk. I've been getting golden eggs on a pretty steady basis as well, which has been great. So I am definitely geared up to do a cooking episode. I just haven't done one because I don't really know how to go about doing it, especially because I don't cook in Harvest Moon ever. But I will be able to show a couple of tips and tricks with all of the different food items that I have. And I think that's going to be about it for this episode. A little bit short, but I've pretty much talked about all that there really is to talk about, so All we really need to do is anticipate the end of this event path, and we will be good to go, and that will make 2 out of 9 endings achieved. And our second playthrough is coming to a close, so if there's anything that I have missed that you guys want to see in the game besides cooking, please let me know. Otherwise, the playthrough will also be coming to an end very shortly. But it has been a very fun ride, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully I will see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.